So has anyone done any straw bale construction? Anyone familiar at all with straw bale? Couple, a little bit. I'll just give you kind of a quick overview just so you understand it. So the walls are a post and beam construction, so you want to keep those bays as open as possible because you fill those bays with bales of straw. And the great thing about it is it's a pretty low-tech process. Basically, anyone knows how to stack bales of straw. So we were able to have the volunteers come in as part of the community days and help to actually build the walls of the monastery. So it's kind of like an Amish barn raising. You can do that with any straw bale project. You can just invite your neighbors, friends, and help to build whatever structure you're building. Once you're done, it's pretty much just a solid, packed wall of straw. The bales of straw are actually specially twined together to make them super compact together, and you just basically have that continuous wall of straw. Once you're done with that, then you put on a quick mesh, and then you apply earth and clay plaster to the inside of the walls. So you're not hanging sheetrock or paint. And the reason for that is that you've got to keep the walls have to breathe, they have to allow the moisture to come out, because that's the one thing that you don't want is to trap moisture inside the straw bale. That's the one thing that can dissolve the straw bale. So there's the walls once the earth and plaster is done. The outside of it, basically the same. It's bales of straw, a little bit more structural to it. But because you have these walls that are 18 inches thick with straw, you have a super, super insulated structure. So it's really great for retaining heat in the winter and keeping things cool in the summer. So you can really take advantage of passive heating and cooling designs. And that's what this building did. These windows are all positioned and sized differently based on taking advantage of that passive heating and cooling. Then once you're done with that, you apply a lime-based plaster to the outside of the buildings. And then there's the finished product. And the interior, that's one of the meditation rooms. So it was actually, the nunnery was 4 buildings. There was like a bathroom facility and then a couple of dorms and then one room for the Zen master, and that was it. They were all centered around a courtyard. And the walls are actually curved. They were actually curved around a courtyard. So anyway, all right, so that's pretty much it. Let me just finish by summarizing the Zen lessons that we talked about tonight. The first one is that the process often impacts the homeowner more than the final product. And I think that's really important for us to all keep that in mind because that's something that we sometimes overlook. The second is understanding the homeowner has a very different perspective than we do as building professionals. They have a different experience and a different important values, and that's really important to keep in mind. The third is that it's important to use different methods of communication to really be effective in the job and to be willing to adopt new technology like cloud-based construction project management systems. Next is setting realistic expectations from the very beginning of a project. And then the last is working collaboratively and designing to a budget. So that's it. That's my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. And I know that I stand between you and food, so I won't take long. Thank you very much. Thank you. Freaks out.